ब्रह्मानंदं परम सुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तस्मस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं गगनसदृशं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्रीमत्परब्रह्म गुरु स्मरामि। श्रीमत्परब्रह्म गुरु वदामि। श्रीमत्परब्रह्म गुरुं नमामि। श्रीमत्परब्रह्म गुरुं भजामि। By the grace of the universal master Sadguru Paramatma, we are taking the 9th stanza of chapter 14. In this stanza, the Sadguru Satchidananda Paramatma, Lord Krishna, is telling to Arjuna about all three gunas, some more details. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati रजः कर्मणि भारत ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः प्रमादे संजययुत्य। सत्वं सुखे संजयति रजः कर्मणि भारत ज्ञानम आवृत्य तु तमः प्रमादे संजति उतः। सत्वम सत्वगुण सुखे संजति। सुखे it means happiness. Sanjayati it means involves. Raja Rajoguna Karmani Bharata. Karmani it means functions, working, act, etc. Bharata, my dear Arjuna. Jnanam avratya. Jnanam avratya. It means all the knowing is covered. Avrata means covered. Tu means so. Tama it means tamoguna. Pramade it means in laxity. It means the laziness. Pramade it means nothing doing with full interest. Half-hearted doing. It is called pramade. Sanjayati it means involves. Uta it means also. My dear Arjun, the Satoguna involve Jivatma in different type of the happiness or pleasures. And Rajoguna involves in all the activities, and Tamoguna covered the knowing and involved the Jivatma in pramada. Pramada have many meanings. Laxity, idleness, no interest in any work, that is called pramada. My dear friend, the Sadguru Satchidananda Paramatma, Lord Krishna, is telling here how the gunas got Jivatma and what is the type of the tightness or coating. How they catch your consciousness and make you like an unconscious person. The Krishna is telling Satoguna always make you happy, because a person who is living in the Satoguna, that person do not do any wrong thing. He always do the right. He never do that type of functions or work the society not permitted. They also always do the good work, that work society admire, and there is no any risk for making any fear. There is no any risk for making any sorrow. There is no any risk to unpleasant condition. So the person who is living in the Satoguna, he feel maximum time peacefully, happiness and fearlessness and tensionlessness. My dear friend, I remember a verse of Kabira. Kabira says, दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे न कोई. जो सुख में सुमिरन करे तो दुख काय को होय. A person always try to find God when he got in any trouble or unpleasant condition, or when he feel a safety problem, if he feel unsafe or fearful. But in this stage, the internal sense of Santakaran create a storm of unpleasantness and a big unstable condition. So nobody can meditate in the sorrow or the painful condition. Even he have no background of good meditation practice. But if you want to liberation, then you should do the practice of meditation in the favorable time, in the time when you have no worries, no dilemma, no hurry, no any type of problem, no physical problem, no mental problem. That stage is called Sukha. That stage is called the happiness stage. That stage is called the stage when you are no any storm in your mind of the thoughts. My dear friends, that is the principle of spiritual science. That spiritual world has two wings. One is the being of the facilities of life, and second being is the curiosity of knowing. If a person is very poor, he have no bread, no shelter, no food, nothing, he cannot do the meditation. Because the 24 hours, his mind will be involved and flow towards the money, towards the food, towards the shelter, the basic need of the life. If a person do not have the basic need of the life, basic goods of the life, he cannot do the meditation. Because the word of seeking has two beings. One is enough food, enough money, enough facilities that you can live without tension. Second is you have appropriate and very nice curiosity of seeking. So that is meaning of this part of stanza, that the satoguna sukhe sanjati. Because if you have no satoguna, you cannot feel happiness. But this happiness comes from satoguna. It is also a very strong tide or rope or string or bond. Because the satoguna involve you in the happiness, joyfulness, pleasantness, and satoguna give you also a very nice sedation. Then you will not seek the God. Because you can see the persons, they have lot of money, they have lot of facilities. They have many cars, they have many bungalows, they have a multi-millionaires, but they are not seeking the God internally. They are not knowing the Atma Jnana. They do not want to know the internal existence. They are so deep in sedation of the Satoguna because they do not need any master. They do not need seeking. So the Satoguna is not only enough. The awaken in Satoguna is very essential. The awaken in the Satoguna cannot become without the help of the master. I want to say that Satoguna may be the launching pad to knowing the Brahma Satchidananda Paramatma, but awakening in the Satoguna is more important than enjoying the Satoguna. Because you do not know the exactly correct form of your immortality, that is called Atma. If you doing very good work, if you are donating, if you are sacrificing, if you are doing some services for mankind, for poor animals, for many fields, but that services, that Satoguna cannot enlighten you. Because without seed, how can you grow that tree? So here the Krishna is telling to Arjuna, the Satoguna involve a person in the pleasure, in the happiness. Then the Krishna is telling to Arjuna, my dear Arjun, the Rajoguna involve a person in the function, in the work, in the perfection in the work, and try to do many work and try to show himself by their work. And the last, Tamoguna. Tamoguna is very crude guna and covering and dark, like you can see on the lantern. The glass shell of the lantern is covered from the black carbon deposition and light is not coming outside. So tamoguna is like that carbon deposition on your consciousness. So the tamoguna creates the pramada. Pramada is a bunch of many disqualities. Pramada, one is that you cannot do any work. When you do the work, the tamoguna create idleness, irresponsible behavior, or incomplete, imperfect work. Second, the pramada, the tamoguna create the sleep. The person who is living in the tamoguna, he feels that he is sleepy. He always want to sleep, day or night, any time. And tamoguna is the deep sedation. The tamoguni person cannot hear anything of anyone, even the Sadguru. My dear friends, these are gunas. They are the drawbacks and the hurdles and anti-enlightenment factors. As the Krishna says in the previous stanzas, these gunas are created. They are originated by the nature. They are not part of existence. So the internal senses, which is called antakarna, the antakarna is the basic source of these gunas. And this antakarna, it comes from the physical body, and physical body comes from the nature. So the physical body and antakarna and the causal body and the mental body and these are bodies, and they are only the originated by the nature. Existence has no relationship with these bodies. So when the Sadguru comes in your life, he sees that you are the doer and you are the achiever, karta and bhokta. So by the karta and bhokta, your consciousness is covered. You are not knowing yourself because you are karta and bhokta. Then what do the Sadguru? Sadguru break your relationship or attachment with the bodies and antakarna. And then when you completely detach and you can see yourself by the Sakshi meditation, the remaining is God existence, Brahma. So, as early as the antakarna separate from the three gunas and the five sex, five koshas and three bodies, then your remaining existence, your remaining Brahma only remain, and you can see, you can know, you can transform it easily. So these three gunas called the Jivatma, because Jivatma is involved in the Ajnana. These three gunas called the Jivatma, tied the Jivatma and bound the Jivatma, and Sadguru teaching to Arjuna here, because the Satoguna bound the Jivatma by the sukha, by the pleasure, by the happiness. And Rajoguna abandon the Jivatma by the karmas, by the activities, by the actions. And Tamoguna abandon the Jivatma in different type of idleness, irresponsibility, incomplete work, and like depression. So my dear friend, the Tamoguna is more crude and more strong, and you can see the Tamoguna easily by the symptom of a person. You will see that that person will involved in the meaningless works. The person will sleep every time. Person is irresponsible or irresponsible person. He not feel any responsibility. He suddenly comes in the down shoulder and he suddenly jump in the joy like a mad person. So the life of a person covered by these three gunas like a fog. The fog covered the sun's light, as these three guna covered the person's internal light of existence. These three gunas, they have the subtype, the thousand and many thousand type, the different type of foundations. These are created by these three guna and the mix up of three gunas. So your internal senses antakaran have a many excuses. That excuses comes and caught you like an animal caught by the knot of the rope, and they never allow to know your real existence, real presence, the real your immortal face, that is called Atma Jnana. Only the Sadguru can give you the technique of knowing. By this technique of knowing, you can detach or separate from the Satoguna, from the Rajoguna, and from the Tamoguna. And by the practice of this meditation of awareness, you can detach yourself from all the three gunas, and you are stand in the Nirguna, and Nirguna is the Paramatma. Nirguna is the Satchidananda. Nirguna is your real identity. Nirguna is you. Nirguna is your omnipresence and omnipotent life condition, and you are transformed when the Sakshi comes in his full form and you aware 100% in your consciousness. Then the God existence stand inside of you, and then three gunas, they are separate from you like a dream broken by awakeness, and then you know yourself, then you know your real identity. Otherwise, if no Sadguru in your life, and you have not a real meditation, you have nothing good in your life, then the three gunas, they are take you in the millions of the birth and death cycle. My dear friend, I am teaching here the meditation of awareness Sakshi for all seekers. Please, I request you, listen my videos, subscribe my channel, Swami Satchidanand Paramhans, and please, if you like my videos, say to your friends and family members. They also take the advantage and take the benefit of this super class teaching, the spiritual highest teaching, the peak teaching of liberation, Atma Jnana. Thank you very much. Love you very much.